Central African Presidency, Currency and Borderless Continent. ADC urges Tinubu to declare state of emergency in Katsina and Zamfara over insecurity. Lagos and Osun top list as 1.3 million register for PVCs online. NIMET forecast 3-day thunderstorms and rain from Monday. On international news, 4 journalists among 15 dead in Israeli strike on hospital. And in sports, Arsenal's Bukayo Saka set to miss up to 4 weeks through injuries. Details in just a moment. We begin the world news with a story that President Bola Tinubu has arrived in Brasilia, Brazil to commence a state visit. Presidential spokesman Bayo Nanuga has said the Nigerian president landed at the Brasilia International Airport on Monday at 12:30 a.m. Reportedly claimed more than 140 lives in the past 2 months. The party described the killings as proof of Nigeria's collapsed security architecture and criticized the federal government's handling of the crisis. The party, in a statement signed by the National Publicity Secretary Bolaji Abdullahi, expressed outrage over the recent massacre in Malumfashi, Katsina State, where 30 worshippers were shot dead in a mosque and 20 villagers burned in their homes. He linked the incident to a broader pattern of violence in the region, including the killing of 47 people in Zamfara, 38 of whom were executed even after ransom payments were made. ADC stated that this evil act epitomizes the horrors that Nigerians have been forced to endure under this administration. The party criticized President Tinubu for prioritizing international engagement over urgent domestic crises. The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) on Monday revealed that a total of 1,379,342 Nigerians completed the online pre-registration process in the first week of the continuous voter registration exercise conducted from August 18 to 24, 2025. This was disclosed in the CVR State Pre-Registration Report released by the Commission and shared with journalists. Lagos State emerged with the highest number of pre-registrations, recording 222,205 entries, a commanding 16.11% of the national total. This was closely followed by Osun State, which saw an impressive 333,269 registrants, the largest share by percentage at 28.51%. Ogun also had a strong turnout with 132,823 pre-registrations, representing 9.63%. The Federal Capital Territory recorded 107,682 registrations, contributing 7.81% of the total, while Oyo added 66,951, that's 4.85%. Kaduna 61,592, 4.47%, and Kogi 58,546, representing 4.24%. Kwara and Kebbi recorded 33,726 and 35,009 respectively, with Yobe having 34,888 pre-registrations. While the Commission has commenced the physical phase of the CVR, which began today across Nigeria. Both new applicants and those who pre-registered online are expected to complete their registration in person at INEC centers, where the biometrics will be captured. The Nigerian Meteorological Agency NIMET forecast rainy and thundery conditions across Nigeria from Monday to Wednesday. Thunderstorms with moderate rainfall are expected over parts of the northern states, including Jigawa, Zamfara, Kano, Kaduna, Bauchi, Yobe, and Katsina states Monday morning, with afternoon rains extending to Kebbi, Adamawa, and Taraba. Flash floods are possible in Bauchi, Jigawa, Katsina, Kaduna, and Kano states during this period. Central states like Niger, Benue, the Federal Capital Territory FCT, Plateau, and Nasarawa will see morning cloudiness and light to moderate rainfall with a high risk of flooding in parts of Plateau. In the south, light to moderate rains will affect Ondo, Imo, Abia, Enugu, Ebonyi, Anambra, Edo, Delta, Bayelsa, Rivers, Cross River, and Akwa Ibom State. According to the agency, Tuesday will bring sunny skies with patchy clouds to the north, while thunderstorms and rains persist in parts of Adamawa, Taraba, and neighboring states. Central and southern regions will continue experiencing moderate rainfall. By Wednesday, the northern states will have sunny mornings.
Staying with us, these are the latest developments from the nation's capital. I am Nkamian John. At least 54 chiefs of defense staff from across Africa are gathering in Abuja today to deliberate on how to address and end the continent's security challenges. The summit, taking place at the International Conference Center and hosted by Nigeria's Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, will be formally declared open by President Bola Tinubu. General Musa, who has consistently raised concerns over the influx of terrorists and weapons from countries like Libya, says the meeting aims to strengthen unity amongst African militaries and develop homegrown solutions to Africa's security crisis. He noted that this marks the first time African defense leaders will sit together as brothers to openly discuss the continent's problems and chart practical solutions without depending on external prescription. The Nigerian Medical Association FCT chapter has applauded its members for their perseverance and called on them to remain steadfast despite challenges facing the profession. Chairman of the NMA FCT, Dr. Emeka Ayogo, made the call in Abuja during a dinner and award ceremony marking the conclusion of the association's 2025 annual general meeting and scientific conference. Dr. Ayogo acknowledged that many doctors continue to work under difficult conditions, especially concerning their welfare, but urged them to not lose their resilience. He also commended the local organizing committee led by Dr. Nnamdi Ndizuma, who for their sacrifices in ensuring the success of the conference, describing the awards presented at the event as a token of appreciation for their dedication, energy, and commitment. The Federal Capital Territory Administration's ongoing operations sweep Abuja may be driving criminals out of the city center, but reports suggest that the fleeing hoodlums are regrouping in satellite communities and terrorizing residents. Areas stretching from Kurudu, Bayegi to Gidang Daya, Gidang Mongro, and Orozo have in recent weeks become hotspots for violent robberies. Residents say they now live in constant fear, with many unable to sleep at night. In one incident, gangs numbering up to 15 stormed the Zone D settlement of Gidang Mongro, also known as Angwamada, breaking into homes and dispossessing people of valuables. A female victim told reporters the attackers went house to house in the dead of the night, smashing windows and doors. Residents are calling for urgent security intervention to protect their communities from the growing wave of attacks. After more than a decade-long break, construction work has officially resumed at the Abuja Centenary City, with Julius Berger, Nigeria, signing a contract to handle phase 1 of the project's primary infrastructure. The ambitious project, first unveiled in 2014, was conceived as a symbol of Nigeria's aspiration for the new century. It is designed as a multinational lifestyle hub featuring luxury residences, 5-star hotels, and international conference center, a world-class convention center, the Mall of Africa, and a championship golf course. Speaking at the contract signing, the managing director of Abuja Centenary City, Odigwe Michael, said Julius Berger was selected based on its proven track record of delivering landmark projects nationwide. Those are the latest developments from the nation's capital. I am Nkamian John.
That was Nkamian John reporting from our Abuja studio. You're currently listening to the World News at 12 on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. We'll go straight to our analysis segment where I have Dr. Peter Anosike, a current affairs analyst. Of course, he's a community doctor with a PhD on consulting and profit management from Brunei University, State of Delaware, United States. Dr. Anosike, thank you very much for joining us on the news. Now let's start with the
he goes and wastes our money, understand? In 2024, we had just $1.8 billion as our foreign direct investment. Why countries why other countries we are having 20-30 billions? And if a president goes from one country to the other, billions go with him. Because the aviation fuel, hotel accommodation, all these things are to be paid. Extra code will be